Huh?
Huh? Stop it. Get some help.
Hey everybody, it's Spopes. So I have been through some exciting stuff in the last week or so. I am not going to name names, I am not going to attack or implicate anyone, but I feel like this is a great teachable moment. It was a learning experience for me, and it highlights one of the overall issues with playing games online with other people, namely the other people. I can say with total assurance that I will never be a part of somebody else's guild ever again in the Elder Scrolls Online. Over the course of this video, you're going to find out why. But before I dive into all the exciting drama that has transpired over the last week or so, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Please like, hype, and share the video. I'd appreciate it if you consider becoming a member of the Spopes Army. And also, do please check out my new merch shop. There are items linked under the video and on my channel page. All right, so here's what happened. Up until this weekend, I was a member of a guild. I had overall great experiences in this guild, and a few days ago, I was even made guild master of this guild. But unfortunately, this promotion would prove to be short-lived because soon after I was made the guild master, I disbanded the guild. Now, why did I do this, you may rightfully wonder. Well, because the former guild master of the guild asked me to do something that I did not at the time realize would be a violation of the terms of service of ESO. Thankfully, due to my wise and beneficent wife, I did figure this out before it was too late. But as I learned, the ZOS terms of service do explicitly state that if your account is permanently deactivated, you can't make a new one. And you cannot seek to regain any of the assets that you had on that previous account. That means any collectibles, any gold, even any guilds you may have run, you cannot get back. So, in a nutshell, here's what happened. I checked Discord one day and saw that the guildmaster of this guild I was in was telling everyone that they wouldn't be in the game for a few days. When I asked what had happened, they told me in a private Discord message that their account had been permanently deactivated. Inquiring further, I heard simply that the account was being deactivated due to an argument that had erupted over the guild with somebody else in the game. This is a guild I was an officer in, and I offered to help. In response, the guildmaster suggested, "Why don't I have Zos make you the new guildmaster, and then you can pass over guildmaster permissions over to my new account?" My exact words were, "Sure, sounds like a plan." It was only after that I talked to my wife, and she said, "Wait a minute, couldn't you get your account in trouble?" And yes, it turns out that I definitely could. Because even if you help somebody else evade a ban, you could be implicated in ban evasion, and you yourself could get your account permanently banned. This video is partially just a PSA to let people know that if you mess around too much, ZOS will ban your account. It's important to be very careful in the messages that you put out there. I'm even being really careful not to name names here because doing so could be seen as inciting hatred or doxing toward a particular person. They do take their terms of service seriously, which is why I didn't want to engage in anything that could be constituted as ban evasion. But as you saw at the beginning of this video, that wasn't enough to placate my former guildmaster. Even after explaining that I didn't want to continue with this due to potentially violating the terms of service, this person told me that they 100% knew that I would not get banned. They kept pushing me relentlessly to engage in potentially TOS violating behavior, even after I specified that as a content creator, I cannot risk losing my account. So eventually, after realizing that the situation was essentially impossible to resolve, I made the decision to disband the guild. And when I say it was impossible to resolve, I mean that I could not give this person back their guildmaster status. And if I gave guildmaster status to someone else in the guild and then they passed it on to this person, both me and the person that I passed guildmaster to could also be implicated in ban evasion. So I disbanded the guild, which was a lengthy and painful process. I dispersed the assets of the guild among the officers and washed my hands of it. But the real reason I was precipitated to do this was I ended up getting a copy of the message that had gotten this person banned. And that's when I finally just said, enough is enough. This is over. I'm disbanding the guild, which I did. And thank you for everyone who showed support. This is partially to explain what happened to the people who were confused about everything. But it's not just me talking about the drama in my life. This is an important PSA overall about two things, one related to the game, one related to life in general. So the first thing is that in ESO, if your account is banned, it is banned. You cannot make alternate accounts. You cannot seek to get back your resources and assets from your previous accounts. That is all against the terms of service. You should follow the terms of service to make sure your account is not banned. That involves speaking to people with some degree of maturity. If you value your accounts, you need to conduct yourself in a manner befitting of keeping your accounts. Now, the second point is that as a Christian, I was more inclined to trust this person because they were Christian too. However, some of the people who have come to my aid during this time are not Christian at all, which just goes to show that you don't want to trust or align with people just because you share the same ideology. I'm not saying Christians are bad, but I'm not saying other people are bad either. I'm not saying Christians are good. It all depends on the individual. With Christians, how far along your walk with Christ has taken you. With others, how you've developed your moral capacities in other ways. I have learned that I will no longer just trust people because they identify as Christian. So I disbanded the guild, it is no more, and I told myself at the time, I am never getting involved in another guild again. But actually, with a caveat. I'm never getting involved with a guild run by another person again. As this was all unfolding, many people in my Discord were pushing me to start my own guild. They said it would be a good idea, and so finally I did it. I just started the guild on the PlayStation NA server, and so far it only has a few members. Apparently it's not showing up in the guild listings yet, but if you do want to join the Spopes fam, try to look it up in the guild listings under social, or you can join my Discord. There is a link in the video description and on my channel page. Give me or one of the other members your PSN handle, and we will invite you. But yes, the upshot here is that I will never be part of a guild that I do not directly control ever again. I have had various forms of trouble with guilds in ESO over the years, and I thought this would be different because it is a Christian guild. But it turns out that Christians are human too, and they are susceptible to the same human foibles and sins. And so, no, I'm never putting myself in this position again. I know the rules better now. I know what ban evasion is and how to avoid it. And I am going to control my own community from now on. Which it's funny though, when I said that I was going to start my own guild, after I'd been made the guild master of this other guild, my wife looked at me and said, "Well, you already have one though." And I have to admit, the temptation was there for a minute to just take the guild and run with it. But ultimately, I prayed and discerned that it was God's will to simply disband the guild, and so I did. But yeah, for those of you who've been hearing about this drama secondarily, wanted to know what was going on, there is a full explanation for you. Essentially, the guild master of my guild lost their account permanently, and whether knowingly or not, asked me to engage in ban evasion to help them get their guild back. So I dodged a bullet there, but I really feel like God was just telling me it's time to move past organizations created by other people. It's time for you to be the guild master spokes, not of this guild somebody else started, but of your own guild. So when I say never again, like in the thumbnail, that means I'm never going to be part of anyone else's guild again. But I am starting my own. So I hope you guys will join if you're on PSNA. Please leave your comments with reaction to this drama down below. Let me know if you feel like I handled this with tact. I feel like censoring it and not giving names was enough. I don't want to start drama or a feud or do anything really that could go against Zos's terms of service. So let me know if you feel like I handled that well. And if you want to join my guild, please do join the Discord and we will invite you if it's still not showing up in the listings. Please don't forget to like, hype, and subscribe. Please join the channel as a member to support me. Please check out the merch that I have available in the shop. It's all reasonably priced, has the Spopes logo on it, and I'm going to add more options as we go. I'm pretty sure they ship internationally too. It automatically converts to your currency wherever you are. I could really use the support, and honestly, the merch looks pretty good. But as always, we're going to finish up here with a prayer. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Lord, please bless the former guild master of my guild. Please bless everybody who was affected by what happened there. Thank you, Lord, for providing me with discernment to understand the correct course there. Thank you for helping me avoid infringing on the terms of service that Zos has laid down. Please bless my new guild, all of its initial members, and anyone who continues to join past this point. Lord, I give you glory for guiding me through this situation, for providing my heart with assurance when it was at its most stressful peak. Lord, I give you glory for my channel, for my new guild, for this video. And I ask that you bless all of my viewers and subscribers and members and guild members. May you also bless my channel, make it profitable and productive. Bless us all as we go into this new year of 2026. Lord, in your mercy, hear our prayer. So again, thank you all for watching. I hope you found this video to be informative and instructive. This is the end, but before we go, please remember to like, hype, and subscribe. Remember that you can check out more videos in the feed once this one ends. And when you do subscribe, turn on notifications because I'll be back soon with new content.